Assalamu alaikum students and a very good morning to all of you. How are you all? Hope all of you are doing well. Welcome to the class 4. As you all know, the COVID-19 pandemic has affected educational systems worldwide, leading to the closure of school, universities and colleges for the sake of your safety and protection. So SM Public Campus 5 has started online classes to keep you safe and protected from the effects of coronavirus. Through these online classes, you will get all the knowledge as you were receiving during school days, meanwhile staying safe at your home. I am your science teacher and my name is Nida Sahar. So first have a look of your science book and your copy. This is your science book that you are going to study in class 4. This is your classwork copy. It has 160 pages. It is 4-line interleaf copy. From inside it looks like this. So let's begin. The first chapter which you are going to study is how plants live. In this chapter you are going to learn many interesting things about plants, about their habitats, about their structure and characteristics. The few main points which you are going to study in this chapter are: number 1, plant habitat; number 2, what is the importance of plants; number 3, main types of plants on the basis of their habitats, like terrestrial plants and their types, aquatic plants and their types. So where do plants grow? You have seen different kinds and types of plants in different areas. For example, they can grow on farms, they can grow on lands, on mountains, in rivers, in sea. So what is a plant habitat? The type of environment in which a plant normally lives or grow is called its habitat. For example, a cactus plant cannot grow in a mountainous area, or a mango tree cannot grow in a desert. So the place where an animal or plant lives and grows is called its habitat. Plants have different kinds of habitat, like they can grow on farms, orchards, deserts, mountains, lakes, rivers and seas. In this picture you can see different kinds of habitats: land habitats and water habitats. So students, let's discuss about the importance of plants. Plants are very important for the planet Earth and for all living beings. Plants absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen that all humans and animals need to breathe. They make air fresh by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. Humans and animals depend on plants for food. The food we eat, like fruits, vegetables, grains, they all come from plants. Plants also provide us medicine. Most of the medicines are made from plants. They also prevent flooding. Plants give us wood, which is useful for making many things like furniture, sports goods, cabinets. They also provide us cotton, which is useful in making fabrics and the clothes we wear. Now the types of the plants. On the basis of their habitat, there are two main types of plants: terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. Terrestrial plants are those plants that grow on land, like they can grow on farms, mountains, deserts, rainforest, grasslands. And aquatic plants are those plants that grow in water, like sea, ocean, lake, river, pond. Terrestrial plants. As we have discussed earlier, that the plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. Most of the plants grow on land. Terrestrial plants can be found on cold hilly areas, warmer climate, hot and wet places, deserts, marshy or coastal areas. We are going to discuss these categories one by one. So the first category of terrestrial plant is the plants that grow in cold hilly areas. Trees in cold hilly areas are generally tall and straight. Most of them have needle-like leaves, as you can see in the picture. They have cones. This is a specialized structure, as you can see in the fourth picture. They have cones instead of flowers, which produce seeds. The examples of such plants are pine, deodar, fir and spruce, and many more plants. If you have visited the northern sides of Pakistan, you must have been noticed the trees over there. They are tall, they are huge, and most of you have seen the cones as well. So the second category of the terrestrial plants is the plants that grow in warmer areas. They have characteristics to grow in warmer areas and in hot climatic conditions. They shed their leaves in winter. They have thick trunk. Trunk is the main part of the stem, as you can see in the second picture, and broad and round canopy. Canopy, what is a canopy? A covering that serves as a roof to shelter an area. The umbrella-like part. This is called canopy. They have dense green leaves. The example of such plants, such trees are mango tree, peepal, shisham, and many other trees. As you can see in the first picture, this is a mango tree, and in the second picture, this is a peepal tree. So these are the examples of the plants that grow in warmer areas. The third category of the terrestrial plants is the plants that grow in hot and wet climate. These are the plants that do not shed their leaves. These are the plants that grow throughout the year. That's why they are known as evergreen plants. As you know, the plants shed their leaves. Some plants shed leaves in winter, some shed their leaves in autumn. But these plants have speciality that they do not shed their leaves. That's why they are known as evergreen plants. These plants have soft wood and the large area of bark, as you can see in the picture. Bark is the outermost layer of the stem of such plants. The example of such plants is coconut, teak, rubber, pepper, and many other plants. In the first picture, you can see there is a coconut tree, and in the second picture, there is a rubber tree. So the fourth category of the terrestrial plants are the desert plants, the plants that grow in desert. Have you ever think how come a plant can grow in a desert? Because the basic need of a plant to grow is plenty of water, is to have plenty of water and a fertile land. But in desert there is a very little water and negligible rainfall. So how can a plant can grow over there? The plants that grow in deserts are specialized to grow in such environment. They have fleshy stem. Fleshy stem means they have extra layer of tissues in their stem to store water and to soak up the water. They have long and spreading roots, as you can see in both of the pictures. They go deep underground. They can reach water that is 30 meters underground. They have thick and spiky leaves. The example of desert plants are cactus and mesquite bush. As you can see in the first picture, there is a mesquite bush, and you can see the roots. There are long roots that are going deep under the ground and reaching the water. And in the second picture, there is a cactus plant. As you can see, the stem of the cactus plants are thick and fleshy. The leaves have spikes on it, and they have shallow, long spreading roots which help them to absorb the water deep under the ground, because there is a very little water in the deserts. So the last and the fifth category of the terrestrial plants are the plants that grow in marshy areas or in coastal areas. What are marshy areas? Marshy areas are soft and watery. They have clay soil. There is always a lot of water in the soil because they are near to the seashore or the coastal area. Their roots cannot get air in the soil, so they grow roots above the soil due to the marshy nature of the soil, and these roots are known as breathing roots, as you can see in the picture. These plants have breathing roots because the soil in which they grow are poor in oxygen, and some parts of the root is exposed to air to obtain oxygen. As their name indicates, breathing roots, the main purpose of these roots is to obtain oxygen from the air. The main example of such trees is a mangrove tree. If you have ever been to a Port Grand, there are many mangrove trees over there. So that's all for the today's lecture. We have discussed the plant habitats, the types of plants on the basis of their habitats, importance of plants, terrestrial plants and their categories. Now what you are going to do, you are going to read the chapter thoroughly from page number 1 till page number 3 and underline the main points. And I hope after reading the chapter thoroughly and listening and watching the lecture, you would be able to answer the following questions. Number 1, what is the habitat? Number 2, what is the importance of plants in our daily lives? Number 3, what are terrestrial plants? Number 4, 2 examples of plants that grow in cold hilly areas, warmer areas, hot and wet areas, desert and marshy areas. Number 5, how desert plants get water. Number 6, what are breathing roots? So in the next class we will discuss the aquatic plants and their types. So see you in the next class. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz. Stay home and stay safe.